Okay, what's cooking, bro? I want to tell you a little story. So, me and Shez have just landed here in Medellin, Colombia. Right? I don't know if you've heard of it. It's where Pablo Escobar literally ran his whole thing, his whole cartel thing. Right? It's become like a big digital nomad entrepreneur hotspot in the world. So, we thought we'd come visit. Now, recently, I've been kind of going through some emotional ups and downs as usual, right? And I noticed I had another little fall from grace, a little period, just like mentally just getting stressed out, frustrated, angry, kind of upset, disappointed. Like all of these kind of frustrated emotions were just swirling around my head. I feel like it's so common for young guys to go through this kind of thing. A lot less common for girls. I feel like they let it go a lot easier, but I feel like for people who are driven, people with like a strong mindset, if you know what I'm saying, it's a lot it's a lot more difficult, and it just makes it harder to just be free flowing, happy and joyful, right? Which I think we can all agree is one of the best states to be in. So let me just tell you a little story. So basically, before this, I was in Houston, Texas, staying with Shez and at his family's house, right? Where we were kind of just we were working on the business, kind of just trying to build up some stability. Because before that, we were in Bali, a bit hectic, a bit hard to focus. So we came back to Houston to build systems, focus a little bit, and now we've come to Medellin to kind of continue growing, but continue establishing that sense of focus and having a good time at the same time, not being super secluded, living around family all the time, actually going out a little bit more socializing, that kind of thing. That's kind of the idea of coming here. And when I got here, I'm just in bed right now. I literally just landed today. I've just been a bit frustrated. I don't know. I just haven't felt good. And I didn't really know why. I was just reading this book. It's called The Mastery of Love, and it snapped me back quite nicely. And I just closed my eyes for a little bit and looked within myself. And basically, like, again, I've just landed in this country. It's so beautiful, dude. Just had a nice dinner. Business is going pretty good. Everything's lined like everything should be good. I should be happy, right? But I was just feeling angry and frustrated. And looking at it, the reason is because of expectations. And I feel like that's such a slippery slope to fall down. Like I said, if you're someone who's driven with a goal, it's so easy to like imagine how things are going to be in your head and then attach your emotional state to that imagination, whether that be positively or negatively, right? The main problem is you're now in the future with your imagination. So before coming here, I had this nice visualization. I've seen it in the pictures. I've seen some of the villas around here, like on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. And like I was like, oh yeah, that'd be so nice. Like I'm gonna get there. Everything's gonna feel incredible. Everything's gonna feel so aligned, and it's gonna be so nice. And I just got here, and it's just not really felt like that. I mean, the little Airbnb we're in is kind of disappointing. Like it's it's smaller than expected. Like I'm tall. Like I literally have to duck to walk through the doorways. It's cramped. It doesn't really have everything we want. It's not very bougie and all of that kind of stuff, right? And we went to dinner. It's more expensive than we expected. We were like, oh, it was going to be so cheap, but it wasn't. We're both sleep deprived. We just came back. We're both kind of complaining. Again, just just came down into this negative mindset. And like, if you're someone who meditates and you're on the spiritual path as well, this goes against the whole point of that meditativeness. If you're trying to be spiritual, if you're even religious, if you're trying to be in touch with God, you're going against the whole process by entering your mind, entering into the world of beliefs, memory, imagination, delusion, right? You're creating an image in your head that now your physical body, your nervous system will react to either positively or negatively. Either way, you're just confusing your system because you're no longer interacting with reality, right? We can say God is quite fundamentally merged into the reality, right? Your mind has nothing to do with God because your mind is just a collection of the past. It's kind of like a recording of the past, right? But creation, life, the sun, plants growing, wind blowing, everything happening only ever happens right now, you know? A nice quote is like, tomorrow is a day that has never come and has taken away the lives of millions. Because again, there is no tomorrow. There is just now moving through through time, but time is the illusion, right? So anyway, like right now is all you actually have. So again, I've made myself miserable, taking myself away from the present moment by getting into my head again and talking about expectations and plans and, oh, is things going to work out with the business and all this garbage, when like it doesn't really matter, right? Let me put it like this. What you're currently experiencing is simply an accumulation of actions that you have taken in the present moment, right? Now, the present moment's kind of a continuous thing, but like the only place you can act, once again, is in the present moment. So all those actions that you have taken in the past were in the present moment, and that's the life you're experiencing. The amount of money in your bank account, your emotional state, your physical health, your emotional stability, how easy it is for your emotions to go up and down and left and right. It's all based on the actions that you have taken in the past. That's all you're going to experience, right? So the reason I'm saying it's completely pointless to be lost in imagination, positive or negative, right? Is because either way, that's not what makes a difference to your present state. If you took all of that energy that you're wasting imagining and actually did the right things, you know, did the work that you're supposed to do, worked out on your body, like even just did gentle cardio to just get yourself moving a little bit, did some meditation, connected with other human beings in the present moment, not about ideas or future garbage, like just moment to moment connections. If you've done all that stuff, you would feel a lot better. But when you're spending your whole day thinking about stuff, thinking about what you're going to do in the next hour, tomorrow, you know what you're just bound to become dysregulated, because either what's going to start to happen, you have two choices. Either you're going to become anxious, you're going to become afraid of the future, or you're going to start to crave the future. You're going to become excited for the future. And excitement's not bad, but the problem is, if you've become excited about an image, you've just set yourself up to be let down, to be disappointed. Because I don't know about you, but 9.9 times out of 10, whatever I imagine is never how life goes. Honestly, never how life goes. So if I was always attached to my imagination, my expectations, I would always be disappointed, right? It's the same with the fears. Most of my fears never come true. But did that stop me? No, I thought about them tons. My body felt the fear, and I just felt worse in the present moment. So it was just a waste of time, right? I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down here. It's such a slippery, tricky thing to try and move yourself out of. But I'll give you two immediate signs of ways to notice that. If you're just feeling afraid, if you're just feeling anxious, it's because you're thinking about the future negatively. You're afraid of what might happen, right? Sorry, I just sneezed. But you're afraid of what might happen. And if you can feel that like kind of shaky like excitement, like you almost feel like, oh, nothing matters anymore, like everything's going to be incredible, like everything's taken care of. If you feel that feeling, I think that's the more dangerous one personally. Anxiety's obvious, no one likes it, but that like, I call it like a methy excitement for like, you're super like anticipating everything's going to be great. Oh, everything's amazing. I don't even care what happens now. I'm going to stay up late. I'm going to skip my routine. I'm going to do this because this great thing's going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month. That is the dangerous thing, where you've convinced yourself some great thing is going to happen in the future, and now you've attached your sense of joy to that, some flimsy piece of imagination. That is dangerous, but the only way to tell is by paying attention to how you feel right now, right? Again, and the way out of it is to just like it again. I know it can be sticky, right? I want to say this now. Like I know it can be so sticky it can feel like, oh no, I can't change any of this stuff. Like, no matter how hard I try, I'm just stuck. Don't fight it. Let me just say that. Don't fight these feelings. You just have to see that you're doing it. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. If you put your hand on a hot stove, right, where you cook your food, the fire's on. If you put your hand on that, you don't have to like think about taking your hand off it. It just comes off, right? But you have to be sensitive enough to feel the pain of doing that. If your eyes are closed, if you've never looked and your hand has magically found its way to the stove and you grab onto the stove and you can't let go, then it becomes some weird, crazy form of suffering. You're like, oh, what's happening? My hand's burning. I don't know why. But if you can just like see what's happening, you're just damaging yourself for no reason. You will just let go of it. It's natural to do that, right? You don't hold on to the stove. That's not how it works because it's obvious that it's not good for you. And it's the same thing with your mind. Like, even me though, I was just stuck in that little cycle, but becoming aware of it, seeing that the mind, let me try to put it like this, the mind likes to attach itself to physical sensations. For example, the body, right? Your body has fundamental needs: food, sleep, warmth, some say sex, right? The body has these fundamental needs. The mind doesn't have these needs. If the mind attaches itself to these needs, if the mind starts to think, oh, I need food, then when you eat, you'll get full and you'll keep eating. Does that make sense? If you simply understand, oh, my body needs food, let me feed it, then it's such a simple thing. You just put food inside of it and then you just move on to whatever you want to do. Does that make sense? So it's kind of the same thing. Like, it's not that your mind has to let go of thinking. It's just you have to see that thinking is happening and it's just not really helping you out, and you'll naturally start moving away from it, right? Either way, the simplest thing you can do is just when you catch yourself imagining things in the future, oh, this terrible thing is going to happen, or oh, like it's going to be so amazing. Like, just pause, be like, does this actually have anything to do with anything? Has this ever benefited me ever to do this? Not really. You know what I can do? I can just prepare now. I can just take action to do what is needed for whatever might be happening. Does that like, you just have to just take yourself away from the imagining garbage and just put yourself in the present moment, and the easiest way to do that is just by taking action. That's all you have to do. So yeah, bro, I hope that helps. I'm going to cut it there. But it's such a miserable thing to just be wrapped up in the future, just thinking, planning, expecting. Your whole life's just going to pass you by. So just do your best to start not doing that and just starting to take a bit more action in the present moment, being okay with whatever goes on as well. Like, when you take an action, don't be so worried about like, oh, like if I do this, is it actually going to work? Like, if I let's say you're starting a business, right? If I Let's say you're going to make a YouTube coaching business. If I post a video, like, oh, like, is it going to work? Is it going to get a bunch of views? Oh, like, you're just going back into the future. Just shut up, sit down, try, record the video, and then post it. If you want to prepare for it a little bit, write a little script. Just do something. Just stop fucking thinking. Just do something. You know what I mean? So that's all I'll say. And yeah, bro, I hope that helps. I'll catch you later.